back to Make and Break. We are here today with a couple of familiar looking little objects. If you were here for last stream, you would have recognized these guys. These are just some jewels that we were working on last time for a crown. But today we're gonna put them to another use. I'm gonna take another pass on these guys, and we're gonna do more with them. It's gonna be kind of a lot today, so I'm hoping that we get it all done. But anyway, I'm gonna start music as per the norm, and we're gonna just kind of take it from here. So let's put on a little bit of music. Let's turn it down to our normal level. That's a little too quiet. We'll say right about there probably sounds about nice. There we go. Cool. I played around with a lot of audio settings the other day, and I'm hoping that things look a little bit better now, but I think I'm always going to be a little on the quiet side as long as I have this setup and this mixer and the ability for things to get fuzzy if I do the settings wrong, so it is what it is. I'm just not going to worry about it. I'm going to be the quiet streamer for a little bit, and that's fine. We got a real ASMR vibe going on here. Okay, so what am I doing today? I'm going to make a treasure room. We're going to make a little room with a bunch of treasure. It's going to be kind of a lot for a little bit here, and then we'll scale it back as we go. So let's start with simple stuff. Let's set the stage, and then we'll kind of break out from here. So, I sat and thought about this a little bit. I went to bed last night thinking, like, what the heck am I going to make on stream tomorrow? And then I woke up, and I still didn't really know what I was doing. And I just thought and thought and thought and thought. And then eventually I was like, oh, well, I do need to make a treasure room. So let's do a treasure room. And so we're doing a treasure room. Nice and easy. So to the best of my understanding, we have these guys right here. I'm going to make a little staircase coming down into the room. And this is going to be just our little treasure room. Nice and easy. So to start with, we're going to want a cube, and I'm going to make a staircase. I'm actually going to go ahead and hide all of these jewels, and I'm going to make another collection called room, and this is going to be our room stuff. So we're going to make sure we click the room so everything sets. We're going to call you stairs. That's how you spell stairs. Stairs. And we're going to call you floor. And of course there will be walls later, but it's the last thing I like to do because I don't want them in the way while I'm making stuff. So yeah, that's that. So realistically, I gotta try and get this as close to here as possible. If it clips through the wall a little bit, that's okay, but it definitely can't have space. And now we get going. So the best way I can think that this is going to work. Okay, so I have kind of an aesthetic, just to put that out there. I have an aesthetic that I'm going for right now that I think will be cool, but it might be a little much. So let's do this real quick. We're gonna make a wide little staircase. And I'm gonna bring the stairs all the way down, and then I think I know how I'm gonna do this. Okay, we got it. So it's kind of hard to explain the aesthetic, but I'll do my best, because why wouldn't I? I'm gonna try and do, you know, normal stairs going down, bum 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 bum, whatever. But on the back here, I'm gonna try and do an archway with a pass going through, so we can hide stuff down in that little archway, because it's a vault, right? What up, Mingo? You're here early. Mingo said, "What is up?" Alright, so I think we want probably just 3 stairs. This shouldn't be like a super, this shouldn't be a super deep thing. Mingo, how are you doing? How's the day treating you? You finished your exams. Got it. Which one was the hardest? What's the worst exam you did this year? Alright, I'm gonna have to like really sit and weather these stairs as well, so I'm probably gonna be spending a little bit of time on kind of needless, I mean it's not needless, but like really subtle stuff. So this is gonna be kind of a subtle stream today, I think. these 2 weeks. What? I don't understand what you're saying. What's the hardest exam you did? Alright, we're gonna do that. And from here, biology. I really don't like biology either. Biology's a real nuisance. Chemistry and biology have always been, like, just terrible. Absolutely terrible subjects. But I'm glad you passed. Well, you said you finished. I don't know if you passed, but finishing, you know, that's half the battle right there. It's more than half the battle, actually. Alright, so I'm going to start deleting a bunch of faces. I can actually hide the floor for a little bit, because we don't need it. And we can start making our structure. So, if I do this correctly, which, if is a very strong word here, which was the first one out of 19. What does that mean? First one out of 19. I don't know what you mean by that. I'm going to use a trick from Simo. We're going to do GZ0, which didn't work. That didn't work at all. Never mind. That's okay. We'll do it this way. I can just match the property right here. I had 19 in the past 2 weeks. What kind of school are you going to? Why are they torturing you? You're not even taking 19 different classes. How is that a thing? Oh, Mango wants us to drink some water. Make sure you're drinking water too. I can't imagine taking 19 exams. That seems crazy. Just the UK. I didn't even know you were in the UK. That's a first for me. Just the UK. That's crazy. Why would they do that to you? That makes actually no sense to me at all. 19 exams in 2 weeks. I'm not even sure how you would study for 19 exams, right? That's like... I had a friend, actually, who lived in South Korea. And they experienced very similar stuff from their school system. So I wonder if that's just, like, a tactic that people have to be, like, to weed out the weak or to... I don't know why you would do that. I don't know why you're trying to, like, make school as hard as possible for people. Seems like a weird tactic. Well, not sure. I wonder if it has good intentions or bad intentions under the surface. Well, all I know is when I was in school, I did very well in high school, and I did very bad in college. My college experience was pretty abysmal. I just didn't take it as seriously as I should. And it took me a long time to really, like, mature, I think, and figure out what I was doing. I got there in the end, and I'm proud of who I am at this point, but, man, college was rough. Alright, so, we are here. It's kind of a gross looking mesh right now, but we can work with this. This will work. So this is going to be our stairs going down into here. There'll be a door right here. Perfect. So let's just start making the room from here. So I'm going to go ahead and in the room, the layout to me is we're going to have like a treasure chest here spilling out with a bunch of stuff. More on that later. We need to have something over here, maybe some tapestries on the wall, and there's got to be something right in the center here. So I'm going to start by making just a pedestal. We're going to make a like a nice little column. So let's go ahead and make a cube. And to the best of my understanding, a column shouldn't be too hard to make. I think we can do this well. So let's go like that. How big are these stairs? What's a human? A human's probably gonna be a little taller than this. If you're walking into this room, let's see. Yeah, that looks about right to me. We'll do that. That means that this should be made just a little bit wider, like that. Maybe even a little bit wider still, like that. Okay, cool. So, I'm gonna take 2 of these guys. We're gonna push them to the top and bottom, and I'm gonna just mirror my edit on either side. Sure, we'll say that looks fine, I guess. That little bit on the bottom I'm not loving, but we'll just work as best as we can with it. There we go. Okay. So, I want to make a lot of bevels here. So, I think we just want to do another double cut here. And push things, whoa, not like that. Push things up and out and scale them in quite a bit. And then if I grab these guys and I do a really nice simple bevel, we should be looking pretty good. And I will be right back. I'm back. I'm back. Alright, now I'm looking at this. Gave myself a little second to think. What if I tried to round this out a little bit more? Like this? How would this work? Ooh, that's a good look. Okay, so if we clamp overlap and we go maximum, and we lower our segments down just a little bit, we're looking at something that's actually pretty nice looking. Cool, so I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna grab all of that vertex, and we're going to merge by distance. We're gonna cut 8 vertices, that's exactly the amount we should. And we're going to copy the same thing on the bottom here. So let's do it one more time. Doing it like that, going to vertice and merge by distance, and we're set. Cool. I kind of like the square here in the center, but it could be weirder if we wanted it to. Let's try being weird. Let's just see what it does. I have no clue what it's going to look like. In my mind, I'm trying to make this look like the Mines of Moria. Something about that really strikes me, I think. So if I just go for it... Oh, yo. That's a column. Okay, cool. Look at that. That looks super cool. Okay, yep. So if we go back to normal object and we shade smooth a little bit, could use some love. Could definitely use some love. What? Why did it do this? This doesn't make any sense. Looks like a dumbbell. What the heck? Why does it look like this? Hold on. Okay, so if we subsurface it and I go back to edit, can we fix this? rid of the floor, as per the norm. And let's inset some faces on here to flatten the top and the bottom a little bit. Or maybe I should poke them. Let's try poking and see what that does. That doesn't super help us. What up, Simo? How you been? I hope you didn't hear my voice just crack. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen. How you been, man? What's the current project for you? Alright, so we're gonna grab all of that. Been fine learning stuff. When are you not learning stuff? You're like the king of learning things. Never. Exactly. Exactly the response I expected from you. This is strange. Okay, so if I take it and we go like this. Hold on. There's definitely something weird going on. We gotta merge by distance. 16 vertices removed. That stays and that stays. That works for me. Oh, and that fixed it. Oh, perfect. That fixed it, 100%. Okay, so if I hide it now... Interesting. What's the current project, Simo? What are you working on? Maybe I shouldn't have done this part. Maybe I should have left it a square. Okay, we'll do that then. I'm gonna remove all of this and turn it back into a square. Which means I gotta really sit and think about how I'm doing this real quick. Get the floor out of here. You know what? I think I'm just gonna go ahead and just cut all of this. I think we're just gonna go X-ray. I'm gonna grab faces and we're just gonna say goodbye. Goodbye to all of this. And now I can redo it. Just like this. Well, the piano is always there. I'm so happy to have given you a long-term project. My bad for that. I do whenever I feel like it. Then there's stuff I've been grappling with, design stuff and not sure what. Maybe something cyberpunk-ish? What? What are you talking about? You're gonna make something with cyberpunk? Why not? What's stopping you? Man, I don't know if we want this many vertices for something that is otherwise pretty simple. It does look nice. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and bite the bullet here. We're gonna hit apply, and I'm just gonna go for it. We're gonna hit apply, and we're just gonna slowly demorph this a little bit. So if I remove all of those, remove all of these, and then we just call it, right? This should do it. Or maybe we get rid of that one. Is that gonna be good for us? That definitely like lightened it up a little bit. We should probably fix this stuff, but otherwise it looks pretty good. I gotta learn stuff. I feel like I've been a bit stuck creatively. Okay, so I got kind of an existential question for you. Hopefully this doesn't blow the lid off of the conversation. What is the goal for you? Like, what are you trying to be creative about? Do you want, like, do do you want to make something specifically, or like what is it? What are you doing? Because I personally have a lot of specific ways that I deal with writer's block and just like creativity in general. And they might not work for everybody, but they're really good methods. They do work fairly well. Okay, I'm gonna try and delete this line right here, and I think this will be good. I think we'll be done after this. Just to kind of fill air, one of the biggest things that has like helped me creatively are these things called CYOAs. It's choose your own adventures, but it's not the books. It's not the ones where you like turn to page 50 or whatever. They're online, and basically people make these like world building prompts, and you just go through and like choose which aspects you want. You're like making a character, or you're making a world, or sometimes they get more abstract than that. And all it is it's sort of like filling out a spreadsheet for a fictional prompt. That is like so creatively helpful for me personally. Doing those does so much for me. I could not recommend them more to other people if you're trying to like break outside of your comfort zone. Also, I just now see a problem with what I am doing, and I'm going to go try and fix it up top here in just a second. But all in all, I don't feel that bad about it. So if I do this and I dissolve those edges... Oh no, it actually just works. It doesn't have to do anything. That topology is giving me anxiety? Yeah? Why is that? I think it looks fine. Look at that. It's a little rough here. Yeah, it's a little rough with these triangles. I suppose the triangles could use some work. But otherwise, I don't hate this. This is fine. We'll fix it later. I wanted something that looked good, but wasn't like a pain to work on. Okay, so we'll say that is fine for the time being. That's going to be our pillar. So now let's go ahead and make ourselves a little chest, and we're going to put a bunch of money in it. Actually, let's make money first. I'm going to make a coin real quick. That's like the easiest thing in the world you can do, is make a coin. So I'm going to make a cylinder and push it on over. Ooh, the fidelity of this coin is going to be very crucial. So let's do it like that, and let's make it bigger so I can see what I'm working on. And we'll go for it. So I'm just making a very simple coin. We're just gonna like not think about it too much. Likewise, something that I do that really helps me creatively is similar to the CYOA kind of stuff. Is I really just dig into like reconstruction fiction. I do a lot of stuff. I know if you've known me for a while, you've known my infamous Pokemon spreadsheet. What I do is I'll take Pokemon, for example. We'll say Pokemon just to begin with. I'll take Pokemon, and I'll say, like, what would I do if I was making it from the beginning? So I make spreadsheets where I'm like, here's where I would place the Pokemon, and here's the Pokemon I would cut, and the ones that I would add, and here's what gyms they belong to, and the types, and I just go for it, right? And through that process, you just come up with stuff, like original stuff. Through that process, you're just like, oh, actually, it'd be really cool if Pokemon did this, but they don't, and it's too late for them to do it. So if I want to do something, I could do that. And I think that process is like very inspiring. I mean, it's a little... I'm saying it publicly, and that's, you know, whatever, but it's definitely not something that you should be super public about just because it's kind of weird. It's sort of like a creative gray area, but at the end of the day, all creative people steal. You cannot be creative if you don't reference other people's works. So I'm not going to hold myself to some unrealistic standard of, like, everything has to come from me going on a soul search in the middle of the woods or whatever. Like, that's just not how it works. For example, the project that I'm working on right now is what I would consider pretty original. It's a pretty weird idea, what I'm doing right now. But the basis of it is based on the game 21 The World, which is a walking sim, and it's based somewhat in all sorts of different things beyond that. There's no such thing as completely original ideas. Exactly. And I think a lot of people lose themselves to that chase. A lot of people say, well, if it's not completely original, then it's bad, and I shouldn't be doing it or whatever. It's like, well, it's not a good way to think about your own artwork. Okay, so this is a gold coin. And gold coin's gonna go up with the jewels. You can hide it. Now, let's make ourselves another coin. I had this idea a little bit earlier, and it's going to be problematic, but I don't care, because we're just feeling ourselves right now. I've been more and more trying to push myself to, like, do weirder and weirder stuff in Blender as I'm starting to feel more comfortable. So, might as well push ourselves with these 3 hours that we have together. The goal is to get as much done as possible, not to take the easy way out. I've never been one to take the easy way out, but just to assess that, just to assure that, I'm definitely not taking the easy way out. That just ain't my energy. Yeah, we'll say that's fine. Okay, so, yeah, I had this idea to make, like, a triangular coin. From a manufacturing point of view, this is a really bad idea. But from a, like, from a space saving and, like, a storage sort of system, even for, like, saving resources, a triangular coin works really well. So I like the idea of a triangular coin. If you have a world such as mine, where there's like magic or some easier explanation as to why this exists, then I think it becomes much less of a problem to think about having a triangular coin. Cool. Really, kind of really futuristic sci-fi looking. Very cool. So we're gonna call this, I'm calling it the alloy coin for now. We can rename that later if we have to. Also, I should call this the pillar. And last but not least, let's make ourselves a little bar. A little, like platinum sort of bar. So I'm gonna make another, not a cylinder, I'm gonna make myself a cube. Push it on over here. And we got a cube. And we're gonna make ourselves a nice, simple little bar. I've been thinking about starting to make more illustration type work, working less with topology, etc., and more about making a cool picture. Yeah, 100%. I think that's like pretty huge, honestly. Like, I think this sort of edit polymorphing sort of stuff is... This is where you like become a modeler, right? Like this is where you like practice and you become good. But eventually you have to cash out your skills and do something with it. Like you can't, it's like guitar. I was really in guitar when I was younger. I was very into like playing guitar and gear and all that sort of stuff. And when you see people playing guitar, there's two kinds of musicians in the world. There's people that make music, and there's people who play guitar. And the people who play guitar look down on the people who are making music. But the people who play guitar aren't making things that sound very good. They're like bragging, right? They're playing riffs on guitar for the sake of being as technical and as like crazy as possible. And so when it actually comes time to make a song or whatever, they don't know anything about melody, they don't know anything about like the actual aesthetics. They're just concerned with how good they are at playing the instrument. I think 3D modeling has basically the exact same like thing to it. Like it's good to be great. It's good to be amazing at 3D modeling and stuff. But if all you do is practice like theory, like the theory of playing or making or whatever you want to call it, and then all of a sudden somebody who has been quote unquote doing it for a shorter amount of time than you comes along and they're getting paid a job or whatever and you're not, it's sort of like, well, why? Well, it's because they developed a skill and they moved on. It doesn't help to be the best at anything. It's actually like very it's very like negative to be the best at anything, because there's like a big plateau. I've talked about this a lot with people that I'm close to. The amount of effort you have to go through to become adequate at something is far less than the amount of work that you have to become 1% better than that, or 1% better than that, so on and so forth. Just learning the average of something is so much easier than mastering it. And there's a time and a place for mastery, of course. Like, if you really enjoy something and you're trying to push the bounds, or you're trying to do something cutting edge or a work of passion or what have you, yeah, of course. Like, you do what you got to do. But to think that you need to be a master to just enjoy something or just do something or even just to be employed with something, that is like so wild to me. I think it's a very negative mindset that people have. And again, I saw a lot of that back when I did music. Not that I'm not doing music anymore, but when I did music more seriously, you see a lot of people who are like, I gotta be as good as Steve Vai before I can release an album. And it's like, okay, well, have fun never releasing an album. Like, see you on the other side, I guess. It's a shame. It's a shame when people think that way. I gotta say, this is a pretty good looking gold bar. It's not the best thing I've ever made, but it works. It's got a lot of topology for probably no reason, but we'll keep it. We'll take it as is. Cool. Yeah, coming from technical background, I can do most things I want in Blender, but the problem is that the 3D is an art form and I'm still not good in that aspect. What up, Joe? I think I'm gonna give you kind of a hot take, and I think you're gonna disagree with me, and that's fine. You have a right to your opinion, obviously. Like, you're an autonomous human being. But I don't think anybody's good at art. People are only good at the technical stuff. Nobody's good at creativity. I mean, I'm good at creativity, but I'm a freak of nature. I don't think people are good at creativity. I think that people, to take the joke off of it, I think people like me who consider themselves good at being creative are people who just like throw 1,000 ideas at the wall until one sticks. Creative people don't sit and like stew on single ideas. It would just be impossible. All right, so I'm gonna make a chest real quick. Joe, how's your crazy weird game going? Has it gotten any better, or is it still like absolute madness? Alright, is this gonna offset? You beat it last night. Dude, I'm sorry I missed it. Last night was a rough, to put that lightly. Okay, so we're just gonna do a little, actually probably don't even need to be that deep. We're doing like this. Cool, so this is gonna be our chest. I'm thinking I should put a lid on it, but I'm not sure what kind of material you want to do. I'm kind of thinking like sarcophagus-y. Like gold plated. Oh, man, I don't know. Let's take a page from Simo's book real quick. And nothing looks realistic if it has perfectly flat edges. So what we're going to do instead is bevel it just a little bit. Just a little bit of a bevel. Maybe a 4 bevel. 4 bevel looks good. Everything needs to look realistic. There we go. And if I shade that smooth, oh, that looks lovely. Little bath. All right, so. Depends how you see creativity. I think, for example, that Beeple is super creative, even though he mostly uses kit bash models, but he has ideas and knows how to express them. I don't know enough about who that is specifically to say, but I imagine their creative process is just trial and error. I don't think people have like divine intervention when it comes to creativity. Nobody has ever asked me for advice, and I stand by that, and I respect that about people. But if I'm giving advice, which I suppose that's all I'm doing right now, you should check him out. He is one of the richest artists alive. Really? Why is that? He just has like a method that works really well, or like, is he working for projects? Like, what's his deal? NFTS. I don't know what that means. That might as well be coded language as far as I'm concerned. He's the richest artist alive. I find that very hard to believe. I've never heard of him. He does a lot of work for music artists and stuff. Got it. And he just kit bashes. That's cool. Good on him. Okay, so I need to make a lid for this guy. So we're gonna call this chest, although it's not really a chest, but we'll call it a chest. I'm gonna add ornamentation to it here in a little bit, but for the time being, we're just doing this. Yeah, I imagine his creative process is pretty simple. Like, people are not super creative in general. That's just not how people are. Like, humans are not meant to be creative. We're meant to be iterative. He has been doing a render a day for... Oh, okay, so he's that guy. We talked about him on a previous stream. I know exactly who you're talking about. And we looked him up, too. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab this and separate by selection. And then I'm going to go to object mode and we're going to grab it. And I guess I'll just edit it right here. So let's edit this bad boy. We're going to extrude along normals. What makes him such a prominent 3D modeler? Like, what's the big deal, right? Like, is it his quality? Is it his quantity? Is it the way that he networks? Like, what makes it different? Why is he so considerably different than other artists like that. Probably all of the above. Got it. Well, it's good. There's a lot to learn from that then. Well, I'm glad he's doing well. I can't imagine his creative process being that different from anybody else. I imagine he's probably pretty simple in the way that he does things. Also, why does this look like this? Let me redo normals real quick. Recalculate outside. Whoops, 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 whoops. Careful, careful. Normals, recalculate outside. There we go. That's better. The dude is machine considered how much he gets done just by himself. He probably doesn't do it all by himself, though. Like, I'm not trying to conspiracy theory. I'm not trying to say, like, this or that or this, but in my experience, when you see people that do it all by themselves, there's usually something going on behind the scenes. And it doesn't have to be malicious. It doesn't have to be like, oh, he's a terrible person, etc., etc. Like, it could be fine. He could just be chilling, but like, usually people have a little bit of work behind it. It actually reminds me a lot of Jeff Bezos. People idolize Jeff Bezos. Some people hate Jeff Bezos, you know, all that jazz. I'm on his platform right now, so I'll be a little bit careful in what I say. But there's been a lot of language around Jeff Bezos and like his, whatever you want to call it, like his intellect, his ability, his whether he deserves his success, etc., etc., etc. And something that became very clear in a court case that he went through is that his wife played a super huge role in the creation of Amazon. And her role was basically the divorced wife, the one that he recently, you know, I don't know how recent, but the one that he divorced with. And so it's like Jeff Bezos, quote unquote, started Amazon. But there's all this unpaid, emotional, whatever stuff that his wife went through. And when they went through the divorce case, she was like, yeah, I deserve compensation because I worked as a partner of him, as a business partner of his. I worked, and I deserve a portion of that. And some people argue about whether that's right or wrong, or whether she actually worked or whatever, but like, I think a big thing that we should be thinking about, if we're to try and learn something from that, is that we lean on people all the time. Like, and it's not evil. You're not a bad person for doing it, but like, you lean on people all the time. You're constantly asking people for help, even if you're actively trying not to ask people for help. And so it's very difficult to me when people are like, this guy's a genius or whatever. Because usually I'm like, probably not. He's probably normal. There's probably a couple of people in his life who are just sort of like, they don't care if they get attributed, or they don't care for the fame or the wealth, or he gives back to them privately or whatever, right? Whatever it ends up being. And so, yeah. The point that I'm really trying to make with this, I feel like I'm starting to ramble. The point to all of this is that's not a bad thing. People shouldn't be looked down upon for getting help from other people. I just think it's important to state that, like, usually, and by usually I'm referring to probably always, starting to ramble. I got called out. I find it very difficult that people do things by themselves. In my experience, that's never true. And I realize that I now sound kind of lectury, so I'm gonna stop. That wasn't intended for me to be like lecturing or anything, but I kind of think I'm giving off that vibe, so I'm gonna chill out now. We're gonna focus on making a treasure room. If that came off as lecture, I apologize. That was not my intention. I want people to feel better about their own work. As somebody who struggles with self-worth and not being good enough to like produce art or stuff like that, I have to constantly remind myself that like the people who are infinitely more successful than me are usually roughly as talented as I am, if not just slightly better. All right. Again, depends how you look at it. Pretty sure the Stardew Valley guy really made it by himself. Yeah, but it also took him like 8 years. I think he's like your perfect case. Like, he is the guy. He showed that like he did work for it and he deserves the praise, because instead of being like a genius who did it in a day, he's like, no, I'm just gonna sit and struggle for a long time. And that's almost like an angle that you never see. It's like you very rarely see people struggle. I think that's very brave of him. The Stardew Valley guy, what a cool guy. What an amazing work ethic that guy had. His girlfriend basically like helped him financially for a really long time while they were making it, and she's credited with him as being a co-creator. So even he didn't do it alone. But yeah, they were like running low on money at one point or something like that, and he's just like, okay, I'll just work at a movie theater. Like, I'll just go get a job as like a guy at a movie theater. And there's a point where he's working at a movie theater, right, as like just a dude, and then he becomes a millionaire while he's working at a movie theater. What like a rejection of the quote-unquote American dream that is. Like, what a cool arc that guy had. Yeah, I love him. He's such an inspiration. All right. So that was a lot. Sorry for rambling. I know Joe is going to just dwell on this for the rest of his life, but you know, that's life, man. It isn't touching. Okay, let's get it real close. What if instead, hold on, I'm starting to rethink this. Hold on, I think that this doesn't look very good. Let me reset this. Here's what I want to do. We want to take it like this, and I'm going to go ahead and flip it 180. That's the wrong 180. I want to flip it 180. Just like that. And then we're going to rotate it like that. And this is going to be our little dude. Just like that. Like somebody just threw it off. Somebody's like, I gotta get to the treasure right now, and they just throw it off to the side. That's a look. So I feel like I've been saying the same thing for 20 minutes now, but I hope you all are doing well creatively. And I hope you're not holding yourself to ridiculous standards. Because you don't deserve that. You have the same capacity for creativity as anybody else. Alright, so I think this is pretty good. I'm gonna make a wall real quick here. We're just gonna make a nice straight wall right here. And I'm just gonna extrude it straight up. Yep, on the Z, just like that. We'll say that's about the size of the ceiling right there. Man, should I do all the walls? I guess I'll do all the walls. Or we'll do 2 of the walls. Yeah, this should be fine, just like this. We're gonna make it, let's say 11. And then I'm gonna do just the worst thing that you could possibly think to do. I'm gonna join them at the top and make the ceiling. And we're gonna edit it. So let's pop a couple of these guys on here. Right there. Let's go crazy. We can handle probably a good amount of geometry given that this is a flat object. So we'll say 21 is good. Gotta go early today. Have a fun stream. Yeah, no worries. Catch you later, Simo. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll see you then, or whenever you want to show up. Of course, no pressure either which way. Alright, so we're making a nice arc ceiling. Loving the new spelling of Simo. Joe's very strong about that. Okay, there's our nice arced ceiling. And there we go. So this is the sort of vibe of the room. And we'll just join everything on all the other sides. Should be easy. Cool. So now we can just sit and start filling it. I want to make like a tiled floor, I think. Maybe cobblestone, I'm not sure. And then we'll take it from there. So, let's make ourselves a nice little tapestry. How am I going to do this? Joe, what are you working on creatively? I guess your D&D campaign, right? It's been a while since we've talked about D&D. How big is a tapestry? Let's see here. We're going to edit. And we'll pop everything a couple of times. Do it like that. 3 times. And we'll pop them on down. Your creativity goes into Twitch right now. Not right now. D&D is on hiatus for the moment. Okay, how's Twitch treating you then? Do you have any like creative stuff that you can share with us? What are you working on? You're a guy that's always up to something. Alright, this should do alright, I think. If we grab the bottom of this guy and pull it on down. With probably the exact same route that we were using before. We'll use connected. Yeah, that should work. Well, mostly just trying to design the layout of my channel and stuff. Not a lot of creation, just performance and such. Yeah, totally. There's a lot to that. If you need assets, let me know. I will not charge you unless you give me crazy stuff. You've been a huge help for me, honestly. There's no reason for me to charge you or anything like that. I know you feel different. But yeah, man, like, channel stuff's crazy. I'm actually in the midst of redesigning mine. All this stuff right over here, it's too much wasted space. And I just realized, stupidly, that I can do this and go full screen on Blender. And if I can full screen Blender, I need to rethink how much space I have on my stream. So we'll be doing that soon. I've been doing a bit of redesigns over the past couple of weeks, but life has just really gotten in the way. So we're just gonna kind of wait and see. All right. So we got ourselves a tapestry. House stuff has made me crazy, but we are getting close to being done. That's good. So once you are officially done with all the house stuff, what are you going to do about it? Like, do you want to just sort of chill for a bit, or are you going to try and do renovations? What's the goal? Tapestry 1. There's Tapestry 1. We'll just put 2. 2 tapestries is probably fine. Okay, we'll say just like that looks good. Finish the basement and rent it out as an apartment. That's awesome. Hey, Tom Paul. Happy to have you. How you doing? You're gonna rent out your basement? That's wild. That's actually, like, so crazy. Alright, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and just do the dumbest thing I can think in the world. I'm gonna make, a bracket to put these tapestries on real quick. You know. Chillin'. Hey. We get it. Chillin's better than most of the alternatives, I would say. It could pay up to half of my mortgage, so no reason not to do it. I mean, yeah, definitely, if you feel that way. How am I? I'm good. I'm especially good. We just, my housemates and I just went through some really wild times. There was a lot of medical stuff that just happened, and we just finished it. I mean, finished it is relative. Things kind of linger and last or whatever, but things are looking good now. So, we're back on the up and up. We're doing more 3D stuff. We're feeling a lot better now. Alright, what am I doing here? I want to make a hook. So instead of doing this, let's actually just make the hook from the wall. So we'll do it like that. I'll go into edit. We'll push it out, and I'll say that is the straight. So that's the part that just comes straight off the wall. And then all of this is the actual hook. So 11, I think, is good. I'm going to push it down. We're going to proportion it. And then I will join at the end there, I think. Ah, man, something about this just doesn't look right. You'd use a curve. I'm pretty bad with curves, honestly. But if you want me to try a curve, let's try a curve. I'm always down to learn new stuff. That's kind of the whole point of this channel, so let's go for it. So, what do I want? I want like a hooked curve. Bezier's probably fine. Of course we're gonna give it a go. Why not? So, let's go ahead and tilt this guy. We're gonna do -90 on the X. And I'm gonna do, I think, +90 on the Y. Nope, we're not. You can actually draw a curve in the curve edit mode. In the tools section. It's way easier. Alright. Let's go for it then. You want me to try it? We'll try it. So, tools. In curve edit mode in the tools. Tell you what, I'm just gonna search it. So let's do curve edit mode. F3 curve edit. Oh, okay. You want me to make the curve first, and then we go into edit mode. Got it. While you're doing all this, Tom, what's your experience with 3D modeling? I always love to ask that of people. All right, curve edit, and then we're going to draw curve. I wish I had literally anything to curve off of, so we'll try maybe this. That looks fine, but I think we can make it straighter. I think you can actually define straight curves and we can do like a vector thing. Oh man. Let's hear it. Let's hear it, of course. You have about 13 years of experience modeling. That's excellent. You started with Maya? Okay. What are you doing with it now? Is it a hobby, or are you trying to do more with it? Poly. Whoa, no way. Okay, we're just experimenting real quick. Worked at Ubisoft Singapore and Framestore London. I'm a game dev dude now. Doing my master's. Very cool. Game dev is definitely the environment that I am leaning towards. I plan on being more of a... So, in the beginning here, not to reveal too much of my great master plan, which it's not that great. In the beginning, the goal is just to kind of learn everything. Just to do a little bit of everything. But when all is said and done, if it goes well and if I am able to, the goal is to move on to the business aspect of things. I am much more of a business-minded person to begin with. So, the goal is to pivot that way. But I think if I know how to do everything, especially making games to begin with, I'll have more of a frame of reference to do that. Alright. We don't want to offset it at all. If we do it like this, that's pretty ugly. Let's see what we're doing here. Now, if I take it and we... That's weird that there's so few points. Why are they so, like, dingy looking? Should be under bevel. Should be under bevel. What do you mean by that? Shape, geometry, bevel. There we go. Oh, resolution. I see. Depth. Oh, I see that. I'm wondering how to... Because how many curves... Like, there's a lot of little bits to this. I was hoping to make it straighter. How would I go ahead and make this straighter? Okay, that's not exactly what I was expecting. Oh, I see. Extrude F down. Extrude F down. What do you mean extrude F down? Let me go ahead and do this real quick. Whoa, not what I wanted. We want like maybe a 0.2? 0.15. Oh, extrude down. Extrude down? What do you mean extrude down? Like negative 0.1? Oh! You can change the resolution in the shape menu. Perfect. That's what I was asking. Oh, perfect. Yes. Cool. Okay, I see. I'm seeing it. Got it. What is this? Render? No, we're good on that. Twist method is minimum Z. We're just messing around. Whoa, no. We want minimum. Fill mode full, back. Oh, that's cool. Oh, you can make like slides and stuff. Yo, that's awesome. That's crazy. Okay, cool. Lots to learn. You're not backseating. You're good. I have the right amount of integrity to tell you to stop at any point. So you were doing just fine. Don't you worry. I do like learning stuff. I have no humiliation whatsoever. I am admittedly very bad. Creativity is definitely the depth of my experience here. Why did we reset the geometry? Hold on. What the heck just happened? Hold on. If I extrude... Oh, we fixed it by doing... Interesting. I've definitely made things that I'm proud of, and I feel good. Like, I feel good as a 3D modeler, but I'm not trying to claim any sort of, like, level of prestige or anything like that. Okay, so, looking at this, it's definitely lacking. It's lacking something. And I don't know why the extrusion got reset. That's, like, very much weirding me out. So we'll say that's probably a pretty good look to begin with. Can I convert it to a mesh? I'm sure you can. We'll do a 5 bevel, so it's a little bit on the smooth side, and let's convert it, and let's see what happens. So I'm going to go back. We're going to go Objects, Convert to Mesh. Oh, I just converted literally everything. Hold on. Chill out. In edit mode, object mode, oops, yeah, no worries. I've done this before. I've been around here before. Oh, this is it. This is exactly what I want. Perfect. So, this curve right here is literally perfect. So this part right here, I don't need to change a thing. This I want to change. So you need to be a straight line up until there. And then let's remove every other one right here. No, that can stay. This might be able to be a straight line. I kind of jam with this. It's not gonna make a difference if I don't puff it out. So we're good there. Now I gotta ask myself, is it hooked on the end, or what is the end of this thing gonna look like? Yeah, it's a good look. That's a cool look. Hey, thank you for the help, by the way. Let's not forget to say our thanks. That was very nice of you. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and reduce this guy down. And we're gonna proportion that just a little bit. There we go. Just a little hook. I'm timid to try and make it sharp or anything like that, so we'll leave it like that. Tom, I normally ask people if they have a portfolio available. So I guess the question is, do you have a portfolio that I can show off on stream in case anybody is popping in or trying to take a look? Also, what am I working on? I am making a game right now, and this is a treasure room. So this is just a little treasure room for our game. That can be just absolutely deleted. I noticed you just posted a link. We don't have links. Sorry about that. Let me go ahead and I'll head over your way and I'll set it up. let's go ahead and first set origin to geometry. No, don't do this to me. There we go. I think I'm going to try and round out some of this. We'll do that here in just a second. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take a moment and Google you. What website were you trying to link? Personal website or ArtStation, or what are you looking at? Tom Paul 3D. ArtStation. Just search for Joyzil. Okay, cool. There is another Tom Paul that does show up. I don't know if that's you or not. Oh yeah, that's you. Same one. You show up when you Google you. Cool. Let's show you off. Joyzoi, I believe is how you pronounce that, or Joyzoi. Oh wow, look at all this. You got everything like arranged too. I'm starting in the lighting folder. Lighting is very cool. All right, check this bad boy out. What the heck? This is a 3D model? It looks drawn. Is this a 3D model? This can't be a 3D model. Did you put like an ink on it? Like, how did you do that? I'm just gonna open a bunch of these. Let's go back to 3D models. Did you like cell shade it? How did you make it look like that? Oh yeah, this has BioShock written all over it. This has BioShock written all over it. Not even post-processed. Wow. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm banned. Oh yeah. It looks a little less BioShock now that I realize what it is, but it does have a BioShock vibe to it. Let's take a look at this. Oh, hey, full render. Go on, scroll me up a little bit. I didn't even know you could do this on ArtStation. Wow, what the heck, man? This has, oh, yes. Very cool. Oh yeah, there's Borderlands. There's a doll right there. Very cool. Now, does Borderlands, hello? This guy got broken. Did you actually do anything with Borderlands, or are these like, is this like fan recreation sort of stuff? Because I'm assuming if it's this, it's got to be like pre-sequel? Maybe 3? It's cool though. So shout out to Tom Paul 3D, otherwise known as, I'm going to call you Joyzoi. That's how I'm going to pronounce it, and that's official now. That's canon. Alright, back to the project at hand. Now, we made a Borderlands DLC, but it was a student project. Got it. I mean, it's cool. That's a wild thing to have done. Well, very cool, man. I'm very proud of you. I don't think you need me to tell you that I'm proud of you, but I'm proud of you. You've done a wonderful thing. Okay, we'll go ahead and do that, and then I will round it out just a little bit. Proud of me too. Thank you. Very appreciated. You know, I got my own funk, my own rhythm. As we were having a massive conversation about it earlier, the thing that I really pride myself on is my creativity. Joe, no one's proud of you. I do not have an art station. I should make one. Maybe that'll be next up on my list. I'm not really making showpieces right now. There's nothing stopping me from doing that, but I'm just like, I'm deep in the paint of like learning. I have made some stuff that I'm pretty proud of, to be fair. Like that piano I made, I know Simo's piano is better, because Simo is objectively just like in it more than I am. Oh, I got a little follow. Thank you, Tom. The sound effect didn't go off, which is frustrating. Oh, man, I gotta fix it. I keep trying to fix it, and it keeps messing up. Anyway. Maybe I'll post a portfolio somewhere. I have a sort of unfortunate thing that I have to admit to everybody. I have created a TikTok to which I post my 3D stuff now. Just to sort of attract a little bit more attention to this stream. So we're going to call you Curtain Hook 1, and I'm just going to go ahead and rotate you. 90, negative 90. If you are somebody that makes media and you want attention for your media, that's kind of a key word, if you want it. Some people don't want it. But if you want it, TikTok is honestly kind of awesome. Like, I've posted literally one TikTok. I posted it last night at like 12 Eastern Standard Time. 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sorry, not 12 p.m. At midnight. I posted at midnight. And it's already got like close to like 500 views and a good amount of likes. And it's like, so people are seeing my artwork probably more than they're seeing it here on Twitch for such little effort on my part. Like, I didn't have to sit and like be live for 4 hours and stuff like that. Johnny Mercado's back. Wow, we got all sorts of people here today. We're just like filled full of talent today. We got Joyzoy, otherwise known as Tom Paul. We got Johnny Mercado. We got Simo. Probably the 3 biggest influences on me in 3D. I mean, Joyzoy's been here for just a second, but you're going to be a big influence to me. But then we also have Joe, the biggest 3D modeler on the platform. Curtain Hook 2. And we're going to push you on over here. Alright, so that's... I went through such an arduous process just to make that, but we're here. Joe, I would kill to have a stream of you trying out 3D modeling. I'd kill for that. I would literally kill a man for that. I'd love it. Make something for D&D if you get back into D&D. So where do I put the mangoes into this blender to make a smoothie? Well, you're gonna want to make sure you add a Freshnel to it first, so it reflects light correctly. And then, you know, you're done. I've made a couple of mangoes on stream already, so I think I might be a mango specialist when it comes to 3D modeling. All right. So let's do it like that, and let's push it over. And if it's a little off kilter, I don't think I care too much. Now, I think the question is, how do I make this look a little bit more real? And I'm going to do probably the dumbest thing. I apologize to everybody who's watching. I don't hate that. Sir Gameson's here too. Did everyone get a memo to show up today? What happened? What is going on? I guess this is level design? What do you mean you guess? Scale needs to be applied? Okay, we'll apply some scale. Alright, I just do all transformations, why not? And we'll go ahead and set origin to geometry as well. And then we'll go back, and I'll try it one more time. Oh, yo. That made a huge difference. Okay, so I actually want it to be a little bit... You know what? It's fine. It's fine the way it is. And I'm going to go ahead and merge by distance real quick because we have a couple of stragglers. 46 somehow. That seems like an excessive amount of stragglers, but sure. And then we'll make our tapestries. Just like that. If anybody has any ideas about what you would like for me to put on the tapestries, feel free. Oh, also, since we have a lot of people here right now, I should mention, at the last 30 minutes of stream, change your name on Twitch to Ready Era so you can join all the cool kids with 3D in their name. That's not a bad idea, but I'm not going to do it. I've had Ready Era since I was a little kid. There's no way I'm getting rid of it. Anyway, we do recommendations for the last 30 minutes, and I try to do a speed sketch. So if anybody would like to see a speed sketch, and of course, Tom Paul has recommended a naked woman, which is great, which is exactly the energy that we're trying to conjure right now. Thank God for Joe looking out for me. Okay, so that's not going to work. So instead, we're going to do the thing we did last time. And speak of TikTok, people are commenting on my TikTok right now, which is wild. I kind of can't believe that exists. Okay, tell you what, we're going to make a new collection because it's getting a little muddy. I'm going to call this Tapestries. That's probably spelled wrong. I don't care. And we're putting you down. So if anybody has any recommendations that are not naked women, I can make stuff. I know if Simo's still here. Oh no, Simo left. Oh man, Simo's missing all of this. Dragon. You want me to make a dragon? I can make a dragon. If everybody else feels okay about that, we can make a dragon. We'll call you Curtain Rod. Joe, and I guess Simo as an extension, have a habit of asking me to mix two things that are unrelated. Or a Dargon, as Joe has now said. So if you'd like me to add something to Dragon to make it even weirder, I will gladly do that. Naked Dragon. Oh, we're here. It's begun. Tom Paul, it did not take you long to fit right in with everybody else. Yeah, exactly what I'm saying right here, right now. Okay, so we're going to call you Pin Group 1. And I'm going to grab you, and we're going to call you Pin Group 2. Maybe we'll look at Google for some images of dragons. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out when we get there. Okay, so Curtain Rod, just to see my reference point. And we should be good to go. So, assuming that this works, don't look for naked dragons, though. What? That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to look up naked dragons. We want cloth. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Darn. Darn, I was really looking forward to that. Alright, so we need a pin group. Where would pin group be? Shape. Pin group, there you are. Pin group 1. Perfect. Stiffness, I'm going to put way up. I don't want it to move at all. And all we really want to do is that pressure thing that we were doing last time. Okay. Jesus. You... What a pitiful little animation that is. Off he goes. The pin group didn't work. Okay, so I did something wrong. Let's see here. Shape, pin group. Why is the pin group? What am I missing? 200. Man, this stuff is always too complicated for me. I love the way it moves, though. It moves so crazy. What am I missing? What am I missing here? What's wrong with this? Why is it not pinning? Hold on. To Google I go. Blender fabric not pinning. That's what I'm gonna Google. Pin vertices do not stay pinned when animating a cloth. I create a cape, pin the vertices, wanted to stay stationary. However, I want to animate it. They unpin and repel themselves from the armor they are supposed to be near. It uses vertex weights, but the vertex group has been assigned with 0 weight, as can be seen. Reassign your vertex group with a weight slider on 1. I see. Okay. So they want me to weight paint this thing up here. So I will paint all of this. And while we're here, I'll paint this one. And this should hopefully work. Come on. So, if I go back to this and we say... Oh, yes! Perfect. Okay, cool. So now I just need to scale away from the wall. That's weird. I'm surprised it didn't work that way automatically. So for pressure, we want like 0.01. Oh, yo. Yo, it looks so good. We'll put a little bit of spring on it. And I'm going to up that pressure just a little bit. Actually, we have a better way of doing this. Let's go ahead and up the pressure. And then I'm going to turn the pressure off. And we're going to hit the cap. Oh, we came so close. Let's go back and start over, and we're going to do it just real fast. And then I'm going to remove it. No, it was so close. Okay, let's go all the way to frame 500. One more time. I just needed to get nice and ragged. Oh, don't stop on me. Why are you stopping? So the cache is too small on this thing. So tell you what, I will actually lower the pressure and we'll restart this and we'll go from a much smaller amount of pressure right there. We'll say that's almost like I did nothing. Oh no. Tell you what, there's a better way that I should be doing this. I think let's go ahead and remove the cloth real quick, and I'm going to just try it a different way. We're gonna go like that. And I will remove vertices as needed in just a little bit. We'll come up right about there, sure. So now it's going to sculpt. And let's grab our fabric, and we're just gonna move the fabric just a bit. It doesn't want to mingle super well. Come on. There we go. Come on. Is this just like not worth it? This might not be worth it. So instead, maybe I can just crease it. No, okay. You know what? Are people going to be upset if we have really stiff looking bits here? I don't think so. I don't think anybody's going to be upset with this. So I'll just go into edit mode. We'll undo all of this. I think we're actually probably pretty safe to even remove a little bit more on it, but just to begin with, I'm just gonna push you off to the side a little bit, and we're gonna proportion it ever so slightly. And we're just gonna make them look a little muddy, just a little weird. So I'll push you up and up just a little bit. And it's going to be a sharp instead. Just a little bit of this. There we go. Just to make them look a little not the same. So looking at it from here, I can safely think that I can go like this all the way down. Probably about there, and we can dissolve, keep everything looking the way that it looks, and then come to here and dissolve you, and then we'll go for it. That should probably be enough, and we're looking fine. Okay, cool. All right, we got about an hour before we do any sort of speed sketching. What do we want to be doing right now? I suppose I can go ahead and start filling this chest up. I was sort of regretting doing this, but I think it's probably a good time to start. So let's go ahead and remove our floor real quick, and we'll go ahead and make a stack of money and start doing stuff. Oh, actually, let's paint stuff before I do that. Let's paint stuff. That'll be huge. Okay, so we want marble tapestries. I'm not sure about yet. Whatever with this guy. I think we should probably put like a relief on the side of this thing, but I don't know how we're going to do that, so I'm not doing that yet. That'll be later. Okay, let's put it all together. So here's all of our stuff. I'm going to size it appropriately right here. So we'll say that might be the size that we're going for. Put it in the box. What does that look like? That looks pretty good. Maybe ever so slightly smaller. Right there. Now the coins are going to be based off of that. Right there. Tiny little coins. There we go. Maybe a little bit bigger than that. How big is a coin? It's kind of hard to tell how big a coin is supposed to be. That looks about right. We'll take it there. And it should actually probably be a little bit on the thicker side. Alright, you are a bigger type of coin. We'll throw you down in here. That's probably exactly the size we want right there. Maybe a little bit smaller. Cool. That's that. Done. Now we got some jewels, and we'll start with the easy ones, then we'll move to the harder ones. So, let's grab you, push you in here. You can go back to being normal, and we'll pull you down. Say that you're a big giant diamond. This is going to process terribly, isn't it? This is going to be very hard to render. Not bad. For anybody curious, I'm going to be baking all of this. Does your stream completely not allow links? For the time being, yes. Why? Was there a specific type of link that you wanted to throw up? It was sort of an intentional decision on my part. I can remove it at any point, really, but I just don't see a need right now. Boo. What do you want to link? Here you go. Here's your chance. Give me a reason to remove links restrictions. What do you want to post? When I first started streaming, we had a big problem with bots that would come in chat and just post like the weirdest stuff. And so I put the link restrictions at that point. You just want to post like links and stuff to like memes or whatever? Sounds about right. You really are one of the chat already. I can't believe how quickly you've integrated into this group. There we go. That should do it. And this guy, I guess he's fine the way he is. No, let's put him down -90. If it makes any difference to you, we do have a Discord. I know some people are a little sketched out by Discords. That's fine if you are. I'm not trying to force anybody to do anything. But we do have a Discord. In our Discord, we have people who post 3D stuff, mostly just SEMO. But we do have a couple of guys who show up from time to time. And we do allow links, and I do go on the Discord fairly often, especially on stream. So if you end up having something that you really want to share, I mean, there's a shameless plug for my Discord. It is the place where we do literally that. You know, that's too big. Let's make this a little bit smaller, and we'll start coloring stuff. Cool. This should do. This is fine. So I'm going to color, and then I'm going to bake into like a junky sort of file, I think. So yeah, we'll do this, and then I'll drop a couple off, and we'll not bake those ones. So I'll leave it like this for the time being, and we'll come back to this. So let's go ahead and do some coloring. Let's see what we're looking at. All right, all of our colors work correctly, so we'll go ahead and do it. What is this? That's like the tarnished gold material that I was using for what? The crown? You do screen recordings. I'm just now reading that, my apologies. We also have a guy who does screen recordings in our Discord, and I would say that that's very helpful. It's one of the nicest things you could do. We'll keep the roughness and the sheen, I think, to the Musgrave, but I'm going to lower the scale just a little bit to make it a little bit wilder. And is there like an offset for this guy? A W. Yes, there's a W. Let's go ahead and make it our gold color. Right about there. Should definitely have a little bit more on the red side of things. 0.09. That'll be fine. That looks fine enough. I kind of wish the ridge here was a little bit more prominent. You could see it a little bit better, but we'll manage for the time being. And I'm going to really quickly just take a look at this. Yep, that's exactly what I want. So we're going to plug in a random to that. So each coin will have a random sort of set of muddiness to it. And that looks pretty good. So we'll go off this. The platinum. Let's do this one first. What are you going to be? Oof, that's a good looking color, man. 0.75. 0.75. Wow, that looks so good. Wow, that looks crazy good. We'll keep it like that, I think. It might be a little too complicated. Tell you what, instead, let's get rid of that. And we'll make the green a more prominent color. There we go, just like that. And the green will be a darker green, and that will be how we indicate like rust. So if that's the case, I want to lower this once more. Not you. You stay like that. Lower you to 0.4, and we're good. Little rusty coin. So I'm going to call you Rusted Coin. You're going to be our platinum. Platinum is a pretty premium color. What does platinum look like? Hold on. Let's get a real look at platinum. Platinum, to the best of my understanding, is silver that turns gold on its shiny parts. It just looks like silver. It's just like a weirdly colored silver. It's like a warm silver. Okay. So let's go ahead and add a color ramp. And we'll post you up in here, and we'll say that you are silver, like right there, but you're ever so slightly red. 0.9. 0.09. 0.3. 0.7? No, it should be pretty brilliant, I think. And then this color is going to be the same thing, but a little bit on the blue side. So we'll call you 0.55, and the saturation to 0.2. Yep, that's platinum to me. That's exactly what platinum looks like. And then we'll throw in a white on the warm side, just a bright, bright white. And I'll make you fully metallic. No specular, basically no roughness as far as I can tell. That's platinum. Alright, clear coat, sheen, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. And we'll go ahead and put on like a Freshnel or something, and we'll see if that works. I think this is the way we want to do this. Reverse those colors. Maybe bring the blue in a little bit. No, not a Freshnel. We want... What do we want on here? I'm thinking like a gradient, but I think a gradient might be a little frustrating. Let's try like camera data. Object info, not that. Where are you? Geometry, that's what I'm looking for. Geometry, and then we have position. My French side just died at your pronunciation of Fresnel. How do you pronounce it? I've been told how to pronounce it before, and honestly, I have forgotten. And I apologize so deeply for that. But I am who I am. It can't be helped. I have very deep German roots. We don't know how to pronounce anything. That feels good. That feels correct to me. That feels very right. Cool. So the gold coin definitely looks like the weirdest one so far. I'm going to leave this gem the way that it is, just because you are a reference to an earlier piece that we did. The emerald, however, cannot be this way. So, Mr. Emerald. We used light path to get that. I kind of want to stay with the light path. Where are we going to get an emerald? Emerald's like that color. And then it's like ever so slightly more yellow. Like right there. And I think these colors reverse just a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it's an emerald, right? It's as simple as it gets. We might even throw a tiny bit of white in here. Like a low saturation. Yeah, as you get really close to it, it basically becomes brilliant. Sure. That works. Now you. Goodness me, you're going to be very difficult. Okay, we're going to make a copy of you. You're going to be diamond. I have an idea, and I'm hoping the idea works. We're just going to go pure white. Here's the idea. Wait. Oh yeah, this'll work. Okay, cool. So I'm going to put you on this word that I cannot pronounce. No, it's the opposite of what I need. Oh gosh, how am I gonna do this? Math node. And we're going to subtract 1 from this. This is not what I was expecting. 1.5. Okay, so the other way that I think we could do this, I actually think that's not a bad idea to do the inverse roughness. Fresnel. Alright, a Fresnel. I put a Fresnel filter on here. Fresnel. I'll do my best to remember that. Chances are slim, but I'll do my best. Okay, so white is the primary. And then we're going to go to HSV, and I'm going to pop the value all the way up. And we're going to add a bit of saturation to you. And it is far. Should look like that. To the best of my understanding, that is how a diamond looks. But it should also probably be a little bit more transparent. Not a pedantic type. I don't know. You're giving off a little bit of a vibe. Just kidding. No, you're not. You're fine. You have to go, though? Yeah, no worries. I'll catch you around, man. See you when I see you. Transmission roughness or alpha? Paul, Tom, whatever your name is. Also, I should say, Tom, Paul, thank you so much for all the help so far. Very, very appreciated. Absolutely appreciated. Only refer to me by my full name. Yep. Definitely one of us, that's for sure. Oh man, this is rough. How am I going to reverse this? It's almost right. It's like pretty close to being right. It's just like it needs to be divided or something. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yep. So actually we want to multiply it by, let's say, 3 or 5. And now I can grab that rainbow and we can make it very rainbow. Or, better yet, I can take it and make it white again at the end. Oh, there it is. Now we've done it. Now we've made ourselves a diamond. That's it. Perfect. Done. Problem solved. I think I'm inclined to try and make it glow like the Arkenstone. So we're gonna just very lightly add a little tiny glow to this. Yep. Honestly, I should be adding a little tiny glow to all of them, because all they're gonna do is reflect off of the coins and look like tantalizing. And there's no reason not to have that vibe going on. It didn't make sense for the crown because the crown was sitting on like a pillow and the pillow looked pretty standard, but now that we're looking at this, I think this is definitely the aesthetic. Cool. The gold is definitely the part that I like the least. So, let's move on from here. I'm kind of thinking we want to do like a marble slab. So let's make some marble, and I'm gonna try my best to make a good looking marble. I have some ideas. I think marble is kind of cool because marble is a very cool color scheme. Marble is black to white to pink, usually. Like that. The black's probably not absolute black, it's probably like right there. And I'm gonna get the color right, and then we'll do the texture. So, let's see. It's some combination of a Musgrave and a wave texture. I want to say it looks like this. I want to say that's about right. And we're gonna up the distortion quite a bit. We'll say like that, and then the distortion's gonna go off the charts and make it kind of crazy. We'll do way more on the white. It should be a little bit more. There we go. I think there should also be sections that are exclusively white. So I'm going to add a let's see, a color mix RGB. And it's going to be exactly just white. And we just need to add a second Musgrave to it. To the factor. And this Musgrave is going to be 1. It's going to be 4D. It's doing nothing, which is very weird for some reason. But I guess we'll just go ahead and do it like add. Why is it not doing anything? Are they matched up somehow? This is strange. I thought for sure it would What is going on? I don't understand what's going on. Okay, well, a different vibe. Instead of doing that, new vibe, new vibe. Let's go ahead and add a mix RGB to here. Where are you? There you are. Just like that. Little bit of that pink in there. There we go. Okay, now these guys, we're gonna make them nice and crazy. Distortion, off the chart. Detail, off the chart. Detail scale. This looks not like marble. There we go. Yep, that's the vibe. So now we need to lower it down just a little bit. There we go. That is stone. So we're going to want to lower our distortion just a little bit. There we go. Yo, look at this. Look how gorgeous this looks. It looks perfect as I get stuck inside some geometry. Oh, she looks perfect. She looks so good. Cool. So there's that. Let's see if I can't fix the Musgrave up just a little bit. I think we want to do like a color dodge or like a linear light. Make sure everything looks correct while we're doing this. Nope, we're going to stay right in the middle of those two. The scale of this can probably be decreased a little bit. The detail needs to go way up. Dimension way down. There we go. She looks great. Look at how good that looks. Wow, I'm in love with that. So if I go out of my way to make this marble, how good does that look? Oh my god, that looks nice. Oh, it looks so good. I think we're set. I think I don't want to change this. Okay, we'll keep it like that then. All right, now some wood. First off, let's do the metal. What do we got here? We have... Oh, that's the platinum. Let's go ahead and make you gold then. Nice little bit of gold in there. And then wood. Alright, what now? So we got some gold little handles. Now we need to make wood. I'm gonna call you wood rod, just in case we do several different kinds of wood. Wood is tough. Wood is always very weird, because to the best of my understanding, the people that use wood use pre-made woods, and good on them, as they should. But I am just a sadist, so I like doing it the hard way. So we're gonna go ahead and do 3 of them. We're gonna grab you, we're gonna make you desaturated quite a bit, right there. And then you need to be the same as the desaturated, but way darker. And we'll do it like that, and like that. And if all looks right, I should be able to just put on a wave texture. That looks about right to me. And we'll up that distortion. Probably less than that, I think. Maybe 6. Looks all right to me. And then the detail is going to go way up, and the scale is going to go way up. There we go. That's a little bit better of a look. This red needs to be desaturated for sure, but it can also be made a little bit lighter. Oh, yuck. What have I done? 0.6. Oh gosh, what have I done? I've made this terrible. This is terrible looking wood. That looks awful. We'll fix that in due time. We'll come back to this. But that's gonna have to stand for right now. That's our wood. Am I gonna dare to make the stairs also marble? Yeah, why not? Okay. So this is my texture work for right now. Let's go ahead and put everything back together. The floor is going to be a challenge. So tell you what, I'm gonna just do that right now. While we're here, we might as well just go for it. So let's go ahead and separate by selection. And we'll go back into our nodes. I'm having trouble imagining what the floor should look like. The very dumb answer is that I want it to be iridescent. But I think that might be just me being a little too precocious about all this. So let's just start it off right. So we want everything about equal. We want no offset. We want everything to be like a grid. The size of everything is going to be much smaller. Maybe not that small. That's too small. Pretty small, though. And then the mortar is going to be 0.01. That looks good enough for me. I can live with this. Okay, so the bias, the mortar, smooth. There we go, just like that. Okay. Yes, this is it. So let's go for it. How am I gonna do this? I'm thinking it's gotta be like a wet gray. So we can start by making it wet to begin with. 0.4. Give it a little bit of a grace. There we go, just like that. Perfect. Shines a little bit of light on everything. Roughness will change later, but what color is all of this? We got golds, premium, all sorts of nice stuff. So it's got to be grays. So if one of them is... Man, I'm having trouble imagining this. It should almost be warmer tones too. Like a warm gray. Okay, let's try it. Let's just go for it. Like that color. That color. .15. Sure, we can call it that. That's fine. And then I think I want to add like a midnight, like a navy blue that has a little bit of iridescence to it. Color me one note, say that I only know how to do one thing, but I don't know, it looks nice, I don't care. That's what I'm going for. So we'll do like a nice, like deep navy blue. And I will put an HSV on it, and we will do far, and I'm going to grab you and turn you up to like super far, that color. Like that. That's about right. All right. The color is going to determine roughness. Or the factor determines roughness. Factor determines roughness for sure. There we go. Nice and smooth. And then we'll go ahead and start smoothing between them. So we're going to want a little bit of a breaking pattern. Oh gosh, I guess it has to be yet another wave texture. I think it has to be a wave texture that just has a ton of detail scale. None of that. Really small. High distortion. Oh, this is gonna be rough. 0.7. We'll make you nice and bright. And then you're gonna have to be like a real crazy color. Like that. That could work. So we're gonna want distortion like off the roof. We want distortion everywhere. But we might want to lower our scale now that it's so big. I think this is going to be it. Cool. I'm inclined to make things a little bit smaller. There we go. Just like that. Oh, it looks very strange. Something is definitely wrong here. The way that this just sits on top of it, definitely something weird there. Oh, man. Maybe I should try and put like a little bit of a transition between these two. Maybe I'll do that. We'll do that in a little bit. It's just so hard to tell. This is such a interpretive whatever thing. All right, and then we'll go ahead and put in geometry. Nope, that's terrible. We're gonna want view distance, I think. Let's see, light path, ray length. Ray depth. How does this work? No, not sure. Okay, never mind. We're gonna definitely do it based on angle. Fresnel, as it's meant to be pronounced. For whatever reason, that's not catching correctly. That. Whoa, okay. I see it. We're here. We want the purple to be like the first primary color on here. Whoa, that's a little nutty. There we go. No. Wrong. Okay. Oh, yikes. I'm freaking out. I'm trying to get it out of the way. I, like, don't put it there. I want to see it. I want to see, like, how the colors are coming along while I'm doing it. There we go. That should be about right. So when you're walking in, you'll just get a little glimpse of it as you go. Perfect. So we got that, and I'm actually thinking maybe it's better off if I just make these like dark gray. I think it might just work a lot nicer if this all goes dark. Like no saturation, 0.15. And then we can add a little tiny crumb of like white in there. There we go. Looks a little better. If I'm doing that, I should probably also grab this one and desaturate it quite a bit. Maybe even make it a little bit darker. And say that doesn't look that bad. There's a little rainbow there. Perfect. That looks great. Looks a lot better than it did before. I still need to fix the transitions between these objects. The material selection is a little all over the place. But yeah. And we are reaching about speed sketch territory. Joe, I believe you're the only one still here. Which makes sense. We've been doing kind of some dense work for a bit. But if you're here, Joe... Oh wait, first off, I should rename this. Joe is here. What would you like to see me sketch? If you still want to see the dragon, that's cool. I would rather do something more inclined towards, like a treasure room. Naked dragon. Oh, you're set on the naked dragon, aren't you? Yeah, I would rather do something relating to this room. But if naked dragon is the vibe, we can do a naked dragon, and I'm definitely not going to do a naked dragon, but we'll call these stone walls. You gonna let Tom Paul down? He's not here. He left. That's okay. Just don't give it scales. Oh, I can make Seath the Scaleless from Dark Souls. There's an idea. All right, you want me to make like a newt dragon? I can do that. I could do that for sure. Only if you promise to use it in a campaign somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna make this like a mossy kind of green. And we'll say like 0.3. Sure, you could find a use for it. Perfect. Then you got it. I will do my best to make a naked dragon. I'm actually feeling pretty proud of this sketch now that I'm looking at it. We did a lot less in 3 hours than I thought we would, but we sort of just covered a lot of ground while we were doing it. So, all in all, this looks fine. I may attempt to change some of this up just a little bit. Let's look at just this wall for just a second. Detail scale on this needs to be upped quite a bit. Distortion is good. Scale can be way higher. Scale can be slightly lower because I don't want these lines to be too obvious that it's doing that, and it is doing that. It's very obvious. We'll do the phase offset just a little bit to make it look stranger. And Musgrave can be way smaller. There we go. That looks better. Perfect. That's our little room there. I'm gonna put a chandelier in here eventually. Oh, that floor though. Look at that rainbow floor. That is, oh, that's a cool look. Maybe we'll make these pieces of furniture a little bit less crazy. I'm not sure. All right, anyway. Let's go ahead and make a dragon. So I'm gonna take a moment to find a dragon. Joe, if you wanna help me as I do this, I would appreciate that. Let's go ahead and make a new file. I'm gonna go to the minimum tab. We're going to save as, where are ya? We're gonna go to 3D modeling and I'm gonna go to quick sketches. We're gonna call this Joe's Dragon. Or we'll call it Tom's Dragon. Tom's Dragon. All right, so we make like a weird salamander dragon. Okay, let's go to Firefox. Tom Paul's Dragon. Yep, this is Tom Paul's Dragon. Let's see here. We're gonna do amphibious dragon. I think I spelled that wrong. I did spell that wrong. All right, man, this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be a hard one. I think I'm gonna have to sculpt it. I don't think I have any other way to do this other than sculpting it. I like Chunky Boy here. Let's look up water dragon. I think amphibious is the wrong word for it. Okay, fantasy. Not getting anything. Salamander dragon. That's the vibe. Little boy with spikes on his ears. That's the vibe. Yep, that's the vibe right there. That's what we're doing. This is gonna be tough. This is gonna be really hard. Okay, we're going for it. Back to Blender. So let's go ahead and throw down a icosphere of 4. Let's stretch it into the position that we like, and we'll start going. So I'm going to do my best not to break my computer. I see that we've lost a couple of frames. Has non-uniform scale. Let's change the scale. Now we can do it. Okay, we're going to remesh it. We're going to pop you up. With a nice... No. We want nudge. Where's nudge? Nudge is definitely the preferred one. There we go. Oh, I guess we have to do the little grabby boy. All the way up. And we'll go ahead and make him nice and big. I don't have the maximum amount of confidence going into this, but who needs confidence? We want to mirror on X? Yes. Eventually this will round out to be a little boy. He's going to be a long little boy, a little salamander man. Okay, we're up. We're going. I know people love to make fun of me for sculpting with a mouse. It works. I don't know how. I'm not going to claim to understand how, but it works. So, too bad. There we go. Look at this. Now that's a boy. Give him like shoulders because he's gonna have to build arms off of this. Let's go ahead and do a couple of remeshes real quick to even that out. He's gonna be pretty slender on the back, and then he's got little things for his thighs right there. All right, arm time. This is gonna take forever. All right. Meanwhile, the TikTok is blowing up. My partner is the one who ended up getting me into TikTok because they've had one for a little bit for their art stuff, and their TikTok is doing super well. And we were just kind of talking about it, and they were like, yeah, you should just make one. And I was like, all right, I guess I will. Why not? Can't hurt. I don't have any like political objection or anything. I don't dislike TikTok. We watch compilations sometimes, so I was like, sure, if it's a platform, let's go for it. And it's getting a lot of attention for some reason. So far, the only thing I've posted on there was the fish with gun incident. Yuck! Look at this guy. Ugh. He's huge. Okay, we're gonna give him like gross newt hands. That's what you posted? I need to see this. Yeah, that's what I posted. I have a little bit with me talking about you right at the beginning, Joe. I'm like, okay, Joe, you're a real patron of the arts, sure. And then we go right into it. It's not formatted correctly because I had to link, please. I don't know how to link. Oh my gosh, I think it's phone only. I think you have to have the app. I don't really understand how TikTok works. I hate to be the old man in the room, but I don't really get it. You can TikTok on PC. All right, tell you what, it is not 4:30 yet. If it were 4:30, I would deny you that right. But if I can TikTok on PC, then we'll do it. Let's see. Let's see. Please don't start playing random audio. Please don't get me copyrighted. Oh, man. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Okay, hold on. I'm freaking out, man. Oh. Some guy just messaged me on Twitter and told me to delete my Twitter. I haven't posted anything in quite a while, but sure. Right-click on the tab, select Mute Site. That's a good answer right there. Mute tab. You got it. Okay. We're here. And there I am. And there's my video. And it should post. There you go. I'll deal with that Twitter post later. I'm not going to think about that right now. All right, we're making a naked dragon. Let's not get any more distracted than we need to. Naked dragon. We're just going to get a nice, rounded, muscular shape going. He's a buff boy. And we got to focus. All right. We're making a dragon, making a dragon, making a dragon. Focus, focus, focus. Think about what you're doing and just do it. Yeah, so what I was saying earlier is the video's not formatted correctly because I had to take it from stream. Turns out that's a righteous pain in the butt. So I'm gonna have to find a way to properly take stream videos and like turn them into actual like 16:9 videos. It's just such a pain in the butt. It's very clear that TikTok was invented as a platform that you're supposed to film on your phone directly. You're not supposed to upload video. Which I've had conversations with people about if TikTok is gonna like overtake YouTube and stuff. And I think the answer is firmly no, as long as that's the case. The way that the videos are formatted on that website, there is no way it stands a chance against YouTube. Like, it might overtake YouTube on like, you know, mobile uploads. I'm sure that's gonna be true, but like, it just can't compete with like pre-filmed content. All right, this is a weird looking guy. I probably should be using some reference images, but I'm too proud. So we got some thick thighs that save lives going on here. Keep pushing them until we get the shape that we want. Let's see, we want... I should really be looking at a reference image. Hold on, we're gonna put a reference image up real quick. Let's look up Salamander Dragon one more time. I'm having a little bit of trouble imagining what the thighs are supposed to look like. They don't look like anything. They're like totally neutral. Okay, so I'm gonna go side view. We're gonna pop in a boy here. Right there. There we go. Push you over to the side, and we're working off of you. I guess I'm trying to make like a cat, and it's like a sphinx, but it's not a sphinx, it's just a dragon. So we'll round this out, I guess. So let's just get rid of that. And this actually gives me an idea. So we're gonna use this to generate some toes. Please chill. Got a little bit of toes for the boy. Oh no. Oh no, they look so weird. Hold on. Let's fix that up. And then we'll make one more. And then I will correct it properly. We'll do it like that and like this. And I will go ahead and... Ooh. He broke on this side. Oh no. Oh, it's going bad. Why does it look so bad? Oh no, it's going bad. That looks better. Okay, that's it. That's our guy. And now the front. We're gonna run out of time for sure. We're gonna run out of time on this guy. Oh, there he is. Okay, we have a salamander. We've done it. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. The tail's gonna be last because it's gonna be asymmetrical. So now we just need to round out the belly and the back and this kind of stuff. And we make a face. So he's got kind of a weird head like this. He's a lizard for sure. Like that. Oh, he's so cute. He's got a cute little, like, dimension to him. Now, I don't think we're going to do the little spikes like that. Instead, I'm going to go ahead and make thumbprints here. Like this. Nope, that's not going to work. We're going to make a little fold right here on his neck. And we're going to come back. Push it forward just like that. We're gonna do one more down here. Just like an axolotl. And then I'm gonna grab him and just round all of that out. There we go. That one looks fine. That one looks extremely good. Oh, we're cruising. We're cruising. We're doing it. So I'm going to stick spikes in there. FaceTime. Okay, the snout comes forward a little bit. So let's do it like this. So we got basically a little mouth that appears here. I could crease it, but I think I don't want to do that. I think this is going to be a better way to achieve the same result. Okay. We got to put nostrils in him. Oh, we're going. We're going. Okay, little nostrils. Let's go. Come on, bud. I know you want some nostrils. You gotta smell. You gotta smell somehow. Too much. Just a grab might do it. Those are pretty bad looking nostrils, but we'll take them. it's so bad. I might need to poly edit that. Okay, so he's gonna need a couple of things. He's gonna need his belly to come up here a little bit. That looks crazy. Okay, he's a little too skinny there. There we go, perfect. Little dragon boy. Let's go ahead and cut this in just a little bit. And then we're gonna make the tail. Okay, let's get rid of that empty. We'll push the back up just a little bit. Make him a little bit more muscular. Very carefully, just push it forward. There we go. Just like that. His arm could use a little bit more chunkiness because he swims. He's a very strong man. There we go. He could probably use a little bit of fluffing here. So we'll say like that. I think this might be perfect. I'm inclined to give him some little bumps on his back. So we're going to go ahead and do this. All the way down his back. We'll stop right there. And we'll make just a tiny one right there. Not bad. I'll render those a couple of times just to make sure that they get nice and down the middle. Oh, he looks weird. Oh, he looks so weird. Okay. Just a nice little defined angle right there. All the way down. There we go. There, just a little ridge for him to sort of sit on. Oh, he's so cool looking. A little bit of an elbow. Just like that. Come on. What time is it? We got 20 minutes. We're killing it. Yo, this is like one of the best sketches I've ever done. Can't believe we have 20 minutes left. Okay, so we're just making some definition on him. Just little bits and pieces here and there. And you didn't want to draw a naked dragon. I wonder why I didn't want to draw a naked dragon. Let's think about that sentence for just a second. Why would I maybe possibly not want to draw a naked dragon? Once I was the one to be like, it's a salamander dragon, I was like, oh, yeah, we're good. Ooh, look at that palm. Oh, he's gorgeous. Wow. Look at this beautiful boy. Yo. Seems like it worked out so far. Joe, what a predeterminist you are. Get your mind out of the gutter. Honestly, that's the only appropriate response to this. Alright. We're looking at what should be a pretty clean sweep here. I'm going to push up on here to really define this leg. Dude. He's so wonderful. Oh, he's so good. Okay, let's make an eye slot real quick, because I just realized we should have done that. And then we're done. We just gotta make the tail. So we'll do an eye like right there. We'll give him one of those really long lead-ups to his eye. That's a really common thing for animals that have to see distance. And if he's a swimmer, then he's definitely having to look at some distances. So I'll just keep smoothing him out a couple of times until he looks nice. He kind of looks like Cubone when you look at him like this. Does he not look like Cubone? Okay, so we're turning symmetry off. And I'm gonna give him one of those nice salamander tails. So salamanders, they're known for having big ass tails. So the big thing for me with a salamander is I'm going to set up that tail correctly. And then we're gonna smooth it so it's flat, because they're very flat. This is more of a gecko tail. But gecko, salamander, same thing. Cool. So that's a tail. So for the most part, I should be doing it like this, I think. Yep, very flat. And then we're gonna put a bit of a ridge on it. So let's look at it directly on the x-axis. So we're just making a nice crease on the tail. Oh, look at him. Look at that tail. Look at that. And I'm just doing some like weird sweeps to try and make this thing look a little bit more organic. I mean, that's our boy. I might be inclined to add a little bit of an edge to the bottom of this guy. Right here. And we're going to be very careful to do it like this. Until we get a shape that we like. Feels about right to me. There we go. I hit a little bit of the edge, but that's fine. This'll do. And already, I'm feeling pretty strong about this. So we got 15 minutes. Let's make it count. So we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of horn on him. Let's go ahead and give him an icosphere of... Sure, we'll make it really prominent, because this thing's already like as high res as it can possibly get. Are you hearing a little bit of fuzz? Does it sound a little fuzzy to you, maybe? I'm hearing a sound right now, and I'm not sure if it's just the song or what. But I'm hearing like kind of a bit of a grit. It's definitely not the song. Let's turn it down a little bit. Is that my microphone? How's that? Is that better? Does that sound any better at all? Okay, we're gonna look at exactly the top of this thing. And we want a nice sharp. Just like that. And we're gonna swerve it down just a little bit with another sharp. And we got ourselves a horn. Cool. So this, we're just gonna copy and paste it. I could take my time and really try and make things look better, but we don't have time for that. So we're gonna do it like that, and we're gonna do like a 30. And that is our horn. So let's put it where it belongs. We actually probably want to rotate it a little further out. We'll say like that. That looks good to me. And then I will copy it and we'll bring it up. And this one we will trail back a little bit and make a little bit larger. I'm going to position it upward facing and bring it in. Dragon. Okay. Cool. So let's go ahead and mirror it just along the x-axis. Should be perfectly fine. Mirror along, I guess, what is our dragon? Yep. Same with you. We're going to mirror you across our dragon. I will call you dragon. I will call you bottom horns, and I will call you top horns. And we'll give him some really nice precious eyeballs, and then I think we're good. I think we're good to start painting him. So we'll go for it. My TikTok will not chill out. Holy cow. I should have made a TikTok a long time ago. If I knew it was going to do this well. Up we go. We're going to go ahead and do a little bit of a tilt. A little bit of a tilt. Make it way smaller, and that should be a dragon's eye. If I do the eye like this, he looks a little angry. If I do it like that, he looks a little bit more on the curious end of things. There we go. That looks like a happy little dragon. Yeah, that's perfect. Cool. So we'll go ahead and mirror that as well. You're going to be mirrored across the dragon, of course. And you are eyes. Oh, my partner is making soup right now, and the whole house smells so lovely. Just smells wonderful right now. Okay. Now we got to color this bad boy. I could probably spend a lot of time coloring him, I think. I sort of love this pattern, but I want it to be cooler during the mouth. The mouth should be like wild looking. I kind of think I could have made the tail way wilder, but it's fine the way it is. So let's start easy. start as easy as we can on this guy. We're gonna go with the horns. Our world data got messed up somehow, which doesn't make any sense to me because we just copied the last document that we're using. It shouldn't have changed literally anything, but sure, we'll take it. And now we want the horns. So make it new. I'm gonna call you horns. I'm gonna make the horns a deep, dark, purpley sort of color, like right there. Maybe a little bit lighter, right there. They're gonna be super metallic with very low roughness, maybe a little higher than that. And we want to crack them a bit. Okay, so let's put in some cracks. Let's see, we want a color ramp. White might actually be the perfect color for this, so I'll do it like that. Put you in. We'll give you a texture of Vernoi. Position. Why is it doing that? Distance. Oh, there we go. Distance. Perfect. That's strange. That's not how I thought it should look. F2. Scale goes way up. It's not doing what I think it should be doing. What if I go ahead and now take this color and feed it into the displacement? There we go. Now we got those cracks. Yeah, we'll just leave it like that then. That's fine. So I'll grab that and we'll put you out like here. And we'll say that this scale of 12 is probably all right. Perfect. So those are the horns. Done. These cracked, weird-looking little horns. Now we're going to do the eyes. To me, every single dragon should have, like, yellow eyes. And I want to leave enough time to finish the body. So let's go fast. You know what? He gets yellow eyes. Like nice, warm, yellowy eyes. I'm going to add a color ramp. And there's going to be the color of like red, just a little bit of like burgundy orange right there. You come in. We're going to grab... Oh gosh, we're going so fast. We want like a gradient. There we go. Nice, bright, like orangey sort of thing coming from the rim of the eye, just like that. There we go. Perfect. Oh no, that didn't work. Instead, let's go ahead and put in texture coordinates of objects. Object is going to be dragon. Which isn't working for some reason. Strange. Okay. I don't know why that's the case. It should really be like yellow everywhere. Sure, whatever. He's gonna have slightly off eyes. Whatever, I don't care. You think I care? I don't care. We'll call that eyes. And now comes the body. Oh, the eyes, by the way, really need to be transmissive. Like 0.75 transmissive, and the transmission roughness needs to be like 0.3, and there needs to be emission, which is the same color as this. And the emissive needs to be like 0.3. So he has like these smoldering little eyes. Okay. And now this is going to be our body. Fast, 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 fast. Let's go very fast. We want 2 sets of colors. We want a color ramp here, and we want spots right there. Okay. Black is going to be fine. We're going to use color. We're going to use color mix RGB. You're going here. You're going here. That's our color. Roughness will be determined by this bottom color. Okay. Texture. You're a Musgrave. Musgrave determines that, and Musgrave also determines the roughness. Oh gosh, this is going to get to be messy very fast. Okay, now we want probably, I'm going to do a magic because I'm just so sick of doing wave textures all day. So we'll do a nice magic, and we'll do a depth of 6, sure, scale of 8. That actually looks so nice. If I had time, I would mix it, but I don't have time, so we're not doing that. Instead, we're gonna grab a blue, go dark. We're gonna grab a purple, like right there. And then there's gonna be white little flakes on them. There you go. That's our color right there. Let's go ahead and make this like a bright cyan-y sort of whatever color. And we want that depth even higher. Distortion, put that distortion up. Whoa, he just looks like he's wearing a bodysuit. Why does he look so weird? There you go. There you go, bud. Scale is going to go way up. Distortion is going to go down just 1. The roughness is super weird for some reason. There you go. Make it more waxy. Okay, now the Musgrave has to be plugged into this. And the Musgrave, oh, I see. That's what it's doing. It's like a 12. I actually think we maybe don't care for the Musgrave anymore. We're in body. He's here. He's that. That's cool. Whatever. And it's got to be that is the roughness. The roughness is there. And we're going to grab him and pop him up 1 and make him just a little bit smaller. And then I'm going to mix that. Go so fast. I'm going so fast. That's got to be mixed right there. And it's going to be mixed with a texture of noise on here. And it's going to be linear light to give them that cool, like, spotted little approach. And I'm going to add a black. Let me grab this color. And we're going to go really dark, 0.08. And everything's going to be beast blind, so it becomes way harder to see literally any color. I'm going to add yet another purple right here. We're going to make it small. And I think he's done. We'll go ahead and say 9 for this. And I kind of think we want to randomize it a little bit, but I don't think we have time, so I think we're set. Oh, now that these are actually a little bit on the darker side, I'm going to blow their saturation way down. There we go. And the eye, while we're here, I might as well just go ahead and take the eye, and we're going to put a tiny little bit of black in there. Right there. And instead of it being a gradient, I am going to grab this, and we are going to instead put a Fresnel. So when you are looking at it, you get black, followed by colors. So he should follow you quite a bit with his eyes. There you go. Now he follows you when you look at him. That's about as good as it's gonna get. Fresnel can go up just a little bit. There you go. That is a naked dragon. We're here. I'll take pictures and post it on my Discord in just a little bit, but otherwise I am exhausted. I am going to take a quick little break. I'm going to go get a whiff of whatever that delicious soup in the kitchen is. And then I will be back to do some pyre. And it's going to be a day for sure. So I'll see you all in just a moment. Peace.